What's up guys, TechFlash here, and today we are going to compare two devices which are the best devices which Apple and Samsung have to offer. Now I have the 11 Pro Max here with me from Apple, and I also have the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra which was recently received, and these two devices are the best devices which these companies have to offer. Now we are going to compare their speeds to see which is faster. Now I already know that Apple is still in the process of giving out their new refresh in the form of iPhone 12. So when that arrives, we are also going to compare that. But for the time being, these two are the devices which we are going to compare. Now this video is going to be a series of multiple tests so that we can see which device performs better in which aspect, and I'm going to compare almost all the aspects so you can see which device will suit you better. Now the first test that we are going to perform is a test that I honestly don't know what it proves, but it is a test which is quite popular when it comes to speed tests, so I'm going to do that. And that test requires turning off the devices and then turning it again, and both these devices need a particular combination to turn off their device set, because now these two devices have their assistants on their power buttons. Okay, so both these devices have now turned off, so I'm going to press this power button on both these devices to see which device boots up faster. And okay, so this vibrated first, and now we have the Apple logo as well, so we'll see which device actually boots up faster. It shows that the time it takes to set up the device, so maybe it's a metric, I don't know. I never check which device boots faster in my whole set, and it's not a thing that I will buy a device for. But you can see that Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is much faster when it comes to boot times. By the way, I would like to include here that the variant I am using right now is a Exynos 990 variant, so the results might differ for the Snapdragon variant, and I'll try to get my hands on that one. And now you can see that iPhone is lagging behind, but it's now turned on, and now I can just insert the password to see what it holds. Another interesting thing that I noticed was the fact that when iPhone turned on, it was completely loaded, while in the case of Samsung, it loaded the screen and then I inserted my password and then there was another loading screen. But overall, I think the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 kills it, because even after that loading time, this device was much faster. Okay, so the next test that we are going to do is going to be the speed test. Now both these devices are connected to the same internet, so I want to see how the Wi-Fi performs. I don't think so that there is going to be much of a difference, because the Wi-Fi we are using is only 30 Mbps, but we'll still try to see if there is a difference, because the Wi-Fi network is actually not that close to the cell phone devices right now. So I'm going to press this go button now. And interestingly, the biggest difference that I am noticing right now is the fact that the ping on Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is 3 milliseconds, while on the iPhone side it's 5 milliseconds. But other than that, there is not much of a difference. Also, the download speeds on Note 20 Ultra came in around 16 Mbps, and on the other hand, it's also 16. So more or less we are getting the similar results. However, when it comes to upload, you can see that the upload speed on the iPhone is not that great, and I believe that when both these devices were performing these tests simultaneously, the load on the router was quite high. So I'm going to perform this test once again, and this time around I'm expecting different results, because if this time around Galaxy Note 20 Ultra performs better, then it will be established that this device actually has better Wi-Fi. And okay, so now you can see that the internet is actually quite slow on this side, and you can see that the ping on this one is 37 milliseconds, while on this one is 17 milliseconds. So even after all that, I think the both devices are performing quite similarly, and I don't know why the download speeds have dipped so much. Okay, so you can see that the download speed on the Note 20 Ultra is actually better now. So quite similar results. We see that there is a difference between the download speeds on both these devices, and Note 20 Ultra clearly has better Wi-Fi support. I don't think so that the difference is huge, but if the difference is huge for you, you can select either devices. But I believe that this was just because we were using both these devices on similar connections. Let me know in the comment section below if this test is right or if I'm doing something wrong, because I'm not sure that this test is scientific enough. Okay, so next up on our list is a test that I think is going to impact everyone, and that test is related to the Face ID on both these devices. Now, before going into this test, I want to include that with iPhone 11 Pro Max, you get dedicated hardware for the Face ID, and this is much more secure when it compares directly with the 10 megapixel 2D Face ID available on the Note 20 Ultra. However, if you are someone who cares seriously about your security, Note 20 Ultra also provides you this ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, which by the way is the fastest ultrasonic fingerprint scanner that I have seen on any Samsung device. Even if you use Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, you are going to see a massive difference, because this time around the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner is just on par with the normal fingerprints in-display fingerprint scanners that we see in other Chinese brands. So having said that, let's see how these devices perform at various angles. So these both devices are lying flat, and now I'm going to slowly turn them on, and I can see clearly that when it comes to angles, iPhone was the first to recognize my face, and it was first to unlock the device. And you can see that Samsung takes a time when it comes to different angles, and this is partially because of the dedicated hardware that is present on this iPhone 11 Pro Max. But if we talk about both these devices already present at an angle, let's see how these perform. Okay, so the unlock speed when both these devices are lifted up already is almost the same, and you can't see much of a difference. But when it comes to lifting your device up and unlocking the device, I think iPhone 11 Pro Max is a slightly better experience when it comes to Face ID. However, with Note 20 Ultra, you are getting a dedicated fingerprint scanner, which is not present on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So it is up to you to decide which device suits you better. Okay, so I've cleared up both the cell phones, and there is no application opened on both these devices. And I would like to include that the Note 20 Ultra we have with us is the LTE variant, which means that this device has 8 gigabytes of RAM, while on the other hand iPhone 11 Pro Max comes standard with a 4 gigabytes of RAM. So this is going to be an interesting comparison. And if you buy this device in some market where 5G is present, so you are going to get 12 gigabytes of RAM for Note 20 Ultra. So your results might vary. The first software or the game which we are going to open is Temple Run 2. So I will open that, and I think Note 20 Ultra will lead this. And clearly you can see that Note 20 Ultra has loaded the game, while on the iPhone 11 Pro Max, for some weird reason, the game just crashed. And I have played this game on this cell phone, so it's not like that. And you can see in the second attempt it's opened. So yeah, for Temple Run 2, I think you're probably better with Note 20 Ultra. And we are going to keep this game inside the memory to see how much time it will take to refresh the memory. And the next game we are going to open is going to be Angry Birds 2. And I think both these devices are similar in performance, but some time is taking in the logging in process. And because we have already seen that the Wi-Fi connection is slightly better on the Note 20 Ultra, so this loaded faster. Also, I would like to include that the display quality is much better on the Note 20 Ultra, simply because Samsung displays are always quite popular. And we are still going to keep both these games opened in the memory to see what happens. Now another thing that I want to see is that how much time does it take to open the camera application, because that is a main concern. And whenever a camera application gets opened, it takes a load on hardware. Okay, so let's open the camera. And I believe both these devices open the camera quite similarly. Now I am going to open the browsers, and these are going to be the dedicated browser on both these devices. I have Google Chrome with me, but I'm going to open Safari on this one and the dedicated browser on the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. And I think iPhone was a bit quicker when it comes to opening the native applications. Okay, so for this test, we are going to do something that I think will be a decisive factor in both the speeds, because this time around I'm going to open PUBG Mobile, and this is a game which will be tasking for the GPU, CPU, and more importantly the internet connection. So we'll see which device performs better. And you can see that there is a slight delay when it comes to the opening application. and whenever the animation comes, it's usually faster on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. However, now both these applications are loading, and we'll see which one's loading faster. And I think this one has already loaded up while this one is still on the loading screen, and this is showing me a random animation. I don't know why, but this one has already loaded faster than the Note 20 Ultra, which we have seen. Now I'm going to bring them both to the lobby screen so that both these devices are at the same place, and then we are going to keep it in memory just to see which one is keeping both the things in the memory. So that is still opened, and we are going to keep it that way. Now the next thing that I'm going to do before seeing every application is the fact that I'm going to open all the Google applications on both these devices and see which one keeps everything loaded up and which one actually refreshes it. So now that we have opened up maximum number of applications on both these devices, I'm going to go to the recent app page and see which application is actually still loaded on both these devices. And first of all, we are going to try Temple Run, and both these devices are on the similar space. Both have Temple Run loaded out of the box, and we are going to see the next application, which is actually one of the heavier ones, and that is going to be PUBG. So yeah, let's just open it out. And both these devices took some time to load the thing because this is an internet connected game. However, both these devices are on similar page, so I believe that if you are someone who wants to know which device opens every application faster, so the answer I'm going to give you is simply that both these devices are so fast that the difference between them is not noticeable. But if you directly compare, I believe that Note 20 Ultra opens any application which uses internet faster. However, in case of offline applications, iPhone 11 Pro Max is the better bet. And if it comes to other things, I think overall the Note 20 Ultra is a better device in terms of speed because it loaded up faster, it was better internet, and more importantly, as far as the internet connected software goes, this performs better. And both these devices have no RAM issues, so you are going to be good with both these cell phones. I hope you like this video, and if there is something that I didn't cover, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try to improve it in the next upcoming video. Till then, take care and goodbye.